Hi. I'm so sorry for anybody who was waiting in the chat for a while. YouTube makes it very complicated to go live on your laptop, but we're here now and we're here celebrating the release of Barre Chord Breakthrough. I'm so excited. This course has been on my mind the past few years. I've gotten so many requests over the years to go more in depth on bar chords, and I wanted to create something that was very step by step and easy to follow. And I had an amazing experience creating my beginner guitar course, but that took years for me just to get that first course out. But this bar chord course, I started creating it in mid-June. I started planning it out, just like writing everything out. And then I started filming in July and August. I was filming and editing all the videos. So it's crazy that I basically whipped it out in 2 months. Insane. I'm going to say hi to the chat real quick. We have Issa. Hi, Issa. She actually purchased Barre Chord Breakthrough. Issa, you'll have to let me know what you think. I know that you've been dabbling with bar chords, but I think with like maybe a little bit of like F major, B minor, I think a little bit. So let me know, but I'm excited to see what you think. I know you really love the beginner guitar course. Hi, Rocket Guitar. Hi, One Take Wonder. Also, Cody is probably going to be in the chat too. Oh, he is in the chat. So he's hanging out with us as well. He's in the other room. So he has the chat going right now. So we're hanging out. We're celebrating the release of Barre Chord Breakthrough. Let me know if you have any questions about this course. It was on pre-sale for the past week, and then it went live yesterday. And so it is fully out now. And it was my first time ever doing a pre-sale on something, which was so exciting and so fun to do the marketing on that. And it was so successful and just amazing. So I'm just happy that this course is out and that I can help people learn their bar chords, because I teach a lot of songs on my channel where sometimes a song will have 1 or 2 bar chords in it. And I'll try to do an easy version where you can use a capo and you can play easier chords. But I like to try to encourage and challenge my students to kind of just push a little bit outside of the comfort zone and go for the bar chords. Just try them out. And like, I know that they can be challenging and hard at first, but once you understand and you know how bar chords work, it's still work you have to put into it, but it's a little bit easier than you think that it is once you start getting it clicking. I think it's just, they have to be taught in a way to where you can just understand. Because when I took lessons, I had 2 different guitar teachers, and they were awesome dudes. But when I was learning my first bar chords, F and B minor, it would have helped me so much to know just like the shapes of the bar chords and like the proper ways of how to practice playing them and transitioning from a bar chord to another bar chord and a bar chord to an open chord, all of those things. But usually when I went into lessons, I was learning songs that I was excited to learn, but I wasn't given any kind of guidance on how to practice. It was kind of like, okay, that's great, you got the chord down, but this course teaches you how to practice properly, like how to learn. And that's something I've really been trying to push more in my content, is teaching people how to learn. Because, I can pump out all the song tutorials, but I feel like it's also important to teach people how to practice, how to set up their practice sessions, and to know what to practice and when, because those things are so important. Oh, we got some more chats here. Let's see. What are your thoughts on adding PDFs, kind of like some bar chord warm-ups to print out chord sequences? I love that idea. My beginner course has like an entire PDF ebook. For the bar chord course, I went back and forth with it on PDF. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And I feel very confident that you definitely don't need some kind of PDF to learn from it, because I put all of the chord charts and graphics and things in the videos. But I think maybe down the road, I will add that on because I do love creating the PDFs. For me, it's fun. I make them all, colorful, and like I put my branding on it, like my colors that I love. And I like to make them fun and exciting to look at. So I think down the road, I will add a PDF in. It just won't be at this moment. But when I do release the PDF, when it has like a ebook or PDF or something, anybody who has already purchased the course will automatically have access to it. So you'll be able to just log into your account on my website, and then you can just go ahead and access it. So no PDFs now, but I think that'll be something in the future. I think it'll be fun because I do have a lot of ideas for the courses on my website, and I don't want to give away too much, just kind of like the ideas that I have going on right now, but I definitely want to just keep adding to the things that I have and just keep expanding on it. I have so many ideas that I think would be so great, and ways to really help people just practice more. And so I have all these ideas that I'm going to add on to the courses that I already have, and just different things on my website. I'm really working on building out my website right now because it's like my hub. I grew Guitar Goddess here on YouTube, and of course, I'm gonna keep putting lessons and stuff like that here. But I love that I have my own hub, my website, where I can do whatever I want with it. YouTube allows me to post videos and lessons, but having a website and being able to fully customize it, like I could add PDFs, I could add audio stuff, I could add videos on my website as well. There's just so much customization that I can do, and I've been having a lot of fun with that and getting really creative. So I've even been thinking about adding maybe a member community thing where anybody that joins in and purchases any of the courses can have access to chatting with people who are also going through the same course. So that could be something that I do in the future as well. But just lots of cool ideas. Yep, Michelle is my name. I don't know if I say my name very often in my videos, but Michelle is, yes, my name, 2 L's in there. And you can also call me Shell if you'd like to. I go by that by my nickname because I love seashells and we live by the beach. So which bar chords have you struggled most with? F sharp minor is a bear. Yes, F sharp minor. The video that I have on F sharp minor is very interesting. And I explain the ways that I struggled with F sharp minor and the shape behind that chord and how to get around it. So, because for me, the G string, the 3rd string, was always the hardest one to ring out on that chord. And it wasn't apparent when I'll just grab my guitar right now, actually. This is why we have these next to me. So F sharp minor is right here. But there's times where F sharp minor, yeah, here it is, that string's not ringing out. And so I gave some tips on how to get that string to ring out. And I just love it. I'm so excited about going into all the nuances of your bar chords and stuff like that. And so cool. But F sharp minor was I feel like it's an easy one to strum through because you don't really notice it when you strum through it. But if you arpeggiate or if you finger pick through the chord, that string would always pop up. And so there's definitely some tips and tricks on how to overcome those things, those struggles. Hi, Stresta. Thank you so much for joining today and for the sweet comment. I really appreciate that. Bye, Isa. Thank you so much for hanging out. Christopher said, hi, Guitar Goddess. Last week, my neighbor gave me a D'Angelico electronic acoustic guitar with a cutaway. He got it secondhand, but it is the first time I've pulled off a bar chord. That's awesome. D'Angelico makes some beautiful guitars, by the way. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, that's an interesting thing too. Is bar chords are easier to play on electric guitar because the action is typically lower on electric guitars. So, um, if you are just getting into bar chords, I actually recommend picking up an electric guitar, like if you have one, or just going to a guitar store and just like trying out like a bar chord on an electric guitar because you'll find it's much easier than an acoustic. And you can definitely with your acoustic guitars, you can of course adjust the action of your strings. So there's typically every guitar is different. Sometimes there's like a little thing here, but sometimes inside of the guitar, inside the sound hole right in there, you can take the Allen wrench that typically always comes with a guitar, and you just give it a few like small little turns. You want to just turn it a little bit at a time, and you can adjust your action and lower the strings, and it definitely makes a difference. Most guitars actually need to be set up once you like purchase them. This guitar actually, this is one of Orangewood's guitars, and they always do a setup before they ship their guitar out to you, which is really cool. So that way you don't have to take it in and have Guitar Center or a luthier or somebody work on your guitar for you, which is really cool. Yes, exactly. What Issa said, like certain guitars are easier to do bar chords than others. The necks are all shaped differently. So that's definitely a thing you can do too, is finding a neck that is thinner, smaller neck. I actually prefer those. Even though I have like really long fingers, I still love having a thinner neck. I just feel like it's more comfortable and just easier to play. So comfort, for me, comfort's key. Comfort is everything. Oh, I have something very exciting that I want to share with you. So, for those of you that are watching that have not purchased Barchord Breakthrough, I'm actually going to share a few promo codes that I have in the stream right now. So, I am going to, the pre sale price for the course was $35, the lowest price it will ever be. And then now we have the launch price right now, which is $50. And then after the launch sale, it will go up to its normal price. So I'm actually going to share a coupon code in the live chat in a little bit, and I'll type it out for you. And you can go to the link below in the description, and it's Guitar Goddess TV slash barchord, guitargoddesstv.com/barchord breakthrough. The link is down below in the description. And if you go to purchase the course, you can put that coupon code in. And I created 5 slots. So 5 people can get the course for $15 off the launch price, which will make it back to the pre-sale price of $35. So it's the lowest price, and I created 5 slots for you for today. So once those 5 slots are used up, it's good. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, and I'm gonna type it out for you in the chat in a minute, so that way you can just copy and paste it. So yeah, I wanted to just give some people like a really good deal in case they missed the pre-sale launch that was going on. And like I said, if you have any questions about the course, feel free to ask, because clearly I am excited talking about it right now. I worked so hard on it, and I'm just so passionate about teaching, and I love helping you guys. And I spent a lot of time the past couple months working on this course, and I tried to keep up with my YouTube channel and still release my Don't Fret Friday videos and at least do that. But I'm so excited now to get back into putting out regular content again and doing more song tutorials. I've gotten so many requests for, of course, Taylor Swift. She's releasing all her stuff left and right, so I have a lot to catch up on. And of course, any new music that's coming out. I want to do a lot of throwback stuff. I'm a 90s girl, so I would love to teach some 90s stuff. I'd love to even teach, even past that. I just want to teach all kinds of songs and stuff. So if you have any song requests too, feel free to just comment those wherever you would like to. You can even follow me on Instagram as well, and just as well. I kind of just pull requests from anywhere. And I just pay attention to what people are telling me that they're interested in learning. And yeah, I'm really excited to get back into teaching songs again. I really, really miss it. So stay tuned for a lot of new content from me coming your way. This is not wine, by the way. This is kombucha. I think it's kombucha. Babe, is this kombucha? He's watching the stream, so he's gonna hear me say this like later because of the difference. Like, you guys aren't watching this at the same time. You understand. It's some kind of like kombucha tea or something like that. I think it's called. Okay, yeah, it is kombucha. It's called Rowdy Mermaid, and it has some like healthy stuff in there, like lion's mane is like a mushroom that's really good for your brain health, and I think turmeric and some other things too. So, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, nice. Evolutionary Tom says, I purchased the course last week, planning on getting into it tonight. Awesome. That's so exciting. Please let me know what you think, Tom. I'm so excited to just like hear everybody's thoughts right now and all of that. So what guitar am I playing? So let me put this down. I don't want to get that on my laptop. This guitar is the Orange Wood Echo. This one is, yeah, because it doesn't have, what is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of like the word. I'm having a brain fart right now. The thing that makes your guitar audible, like when you plug it in, it doesn't have, I can't think of the word. Usually I always know what this thing, Fishman pickup. It doesn't have a pickup in here, a pickup system. So this one, I think they did make one that had a pickup. They did have a live version of this, but yeah, this is the Echo. I got this back in 2018. I think it was like the early summer of 2018. And I've used this one so much in my videos and even in some of my courses. Really love this guitar. It sounds great, and it's also just really, really beautiful too. It's got, you can see it's got like a super glossy finish. I love the inlay on here, and yeah, they're really, really nice. The gold hardware, of course, such a fan. I love guitars that got a little bit of bling to them. You know, a little bit of like inlay shine and a little bit of like gold hardware. I'm a fan. Thank you. Yeah, pick up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the code for the discount for my Barre Chord breakthrough course in the chat. So get ready. I'm just gonna give you guys a few seconds to get ready here. So stretch your fingers, get ready. If you need to open the link in the next window, I just wanna make sure you're like ready to go. This kind of reminds me of being like a kid at like an Easter egg hunt. And it's like everybody's waiting at the starting line at the ribbon. And then they cut the ribbon and like the horn goes off and you start running to get the Easter eggs. So there's 5 of these, by the way. Everybody uses the same code and there's just unlimited 5. So get ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. I'm so excited. Like this is fun. This is so fun. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's the code right there in the chat. I'm realizing that like you guys might see that before and be like, what did she just type into the chat? Because the video might be a little bit behind. So I'm just gonna drop that there and do with it what you will. But that is my gift to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going through the chat at this time. And yeah. Oh, Yoram said love from India. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna do a little T-Swift hand heart. I purchased the class last, no, I skipped the comment. Oops. I saw another comment about Orangewood somewhere. There it is. Stressa said, I recently purchased the Orangewood Morgan Spruce Live. Oh, with your promo code. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Yeah, like Cody and I are huge fans of Orangewood. Also, the people that work there are amazing. Like, they're some of the sweetest people that we have worked with a brand. And a lot of you know that we actually did some sponsorships with Orangewood last year, and they like sponsored a few months for us last year, which was just incredible. But yeah, their team of people, they're so much fun. They're a really fun guitar company, and I feel like they've been kind of revolutionizing the whole buying a guitar online thing, because like Sweetwater, of course, like has an online store, and then there's Guitar Center, but there wasn't really like a brand. Most guitar brands don't sell their own guitars on their website. They have other dealers that they go through, and so Orangewood is exclusively just on their website, at least for right now. And I remember like when they first came around, how different and interesting the concept of buying a guitar online was, because for me, I always wanted to go into the store and feel the guitar. I wanted to like pick it up, and I wanted to see, I had to know how it felt. But Orangewood does offer, I believe it's a 30-day return policy. So if they send the guitar to you and you're just like, it's not for me, you can send it back and get a full refund, which is awesome, because that was the one kind of thing about buying a guitar online that made me go, what if I don't like how it feels or how it sounds? Because you can research and look for videos on YouTube and hear other people play them, and that's one thing, but it's another thing when you get that guitar in your hands and you feel it. And everybody's comfort level with a guitar is so different, you know, because there's so many different body shapes and styles and sizes. And for me, sometimes it depends on the day what kind of guitar I want to play. Sometimes I love playing a full size guitar, but some days I love playing a 3/4 size like this one. This is the Shawn Mendes signature Martin guitar, 3/4 size and super comfortable. Love that too. And yeah, kind of just depends on the day, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, Marty said mine came set up just right out of the box. Yeah, that's amazing. You know, you don't even have to do anything to it. I love that. It's great. Yeah. So enough about, I guess, what I have been up to. What are you guys currently working on with guitar? Are there any specific songs or anything that you're wanting to learn? I just feel like it's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, so it's really fun to just like connect with you guys in real time and love this. Tyrant said, I've seen and appreciate your reviews. I'm considering getting either an Orangewood or Enya X4 Pro. How do they compare with each other? So I would say they're two very different guitars. Well, with Orangewood, I know you didn't like list like a model, but you know, with Orangewood, they sell acoustic guitars, and some of them have pickup systems, some of them don't. Orangewood makes so many beautiful guitars, and a lot of them they're pretty affordable, which is really, really nice. And quality's great. But Enya, I feel like is just a different league. Like, I'm not saying it like league as in like better. It's just a different guitar. The X4 Pro, I'll go grab it real quick so you can see. I'm gonna grab the mini. We have the full size, but the full size is so heavy and I don't feel like picking that one up, so I'm gonna get the mini. I don't know if it is tuned up, so it's decently tuned. But this is the one that I was sent. Cody was sent the full size, and I was sent the mini. I absolutely love both. Both sound incredible, but to be honest, I do. Oh, there's a Kona hair on here. This being lighter, I love so much more because it is so heavy. The full size, like it's just insane how heavy it is. But they're both incredible carbon fiber guitars. This is my favorite carbon fiber guitar. Aesthetically, it's super cool. It's awesome. But I love the sound. I feel like the effects are solid. It has a built-in tuner. It has, of course, like your chorus, reverb, delay, all of that. And I love it. So it kind of depends on what you want. Do you want just like a regular good old acoustic guitar that maybe has a pickup system, or do you want all the built-in effects? So really, it's just knowing what you want. Do you want a regular guitar, or do you want one with like some effects built in? So you can definitely play this unplugged. No effects, not turned on. It projects super, super well. It sounds great. It's a solid guitar. Like, this is my favorite thing that, well, actually, this and the Next G2 that they sent me, the Next G2 is also amazing, but I just don't feel like I need all the like fancy effects. But this is a solid, like if you're looking for a carbon fiber guitar, I recommend this, definitely. I'm gonna go put this back. Is that Orangewood coupon code still valid? And if so, what is it? I've been wanting a Morgan forever. I have Olivia, or I have Oliver and Brooklyn. That's amazing. Yeah, we both have the Oliver and Brooklyn as well. Hey, Cody, when you come across this part of the stream, do you mind? I don't know if we still have a coupon code that's working, but if we do, would you mind putting it in the chat? I don't know if they still have one. I know we had one that was last year, but I don't know if it's still valid or not. So I'll have him check on that for you. Thank you. I know it's definitely a different tone with the Enya carbon fiber. I'm so fascinated by new carbon fiber tech. Yeah, carbon fiber is really interesting. Cody was telling me about a carbon fiber guitar that existed when he and I were first getting into guitar back in like the early 2000s, and it wasn't super common yet, but now we have like all these brands coming out left and right with carbon fiber guitars, and the technology is just getting better and better, and there's all these things just being added on, and it's a really cool concept if you are somebody that travels around a lot, especially in like a bunch of different climates. If you want to take your guitar to the beach, which we're beach people, and it's great because, you know, they're so resistant against damage. And of course, we all know about how there's some airlines out there that have broken people's guitars. And so if you get one of these and you travel with it, like, you're going to be good. You're going to be solid. So Enya's hold tune really well. It seems like they do. Um, okay. Cody's checking on the coupon code. Of course, Lori, of course. Do you find mini guitars easier to learn on, especially with smaller hands? I do. I do actually. We have a few mini guitars in our collection, and sometimes I gravitate to them when I'm learning something that is challenging for me. Because some of these mini guitars that we have, sometimes the way that they're set up is also really nice. This is not with all mini guitars, but we have a couple where the action's just nice and low, and if they haven't, we'll adjust them. But they're also just really comfortable to sit with because, you know, not all the time I want to just take a full-size guitar and sit like this and have to sit up straight and sit properly. Like, sometimes I want to just chill on the couch or just chill in the bed with a guitar and sit more comfortably. And a 3/4 size allows you to do that. Like, you can just sit however you want. And I love that. It just feels more chill. And I feel like I can still really accomplish what I'm working towards on a guitar like that just because they're so comfortable. So, like I said before, comfort for me is everything. It's key. So I recommend anybody, whether you have small hands or not, to look into a 3/4 size guitar. It's just such a great option to have. But definitely, if you have smaller hands, I recommend definitely, you know, downsizing. But you don't have to. You don't have to downsize because, like, I've seen little kids on the internet with their little hands and fingers playing full-size guitars and they're playing bar chords. So if they can do it, I feel like adults with smaller hands, they can do that too. But I think it's really just preference, and comfort is, key for me. But definitely having a thinner neck and a smaller guitar can help. Like, can definitely benefit. And of course, lower action. I will preach the lower action thing forever, because I feel like so many people will get these guitars that aren't set up out of the box or from the store, or they get a guitar passed down from somebody in their family and it desperately needs some work. It needs some love. And the strings, like I had a friend that had this guitar where the action, it was this old guitar that they inherited, and the action was ridiculously high and painful for them to play. So that can go a really, really long way. What's your opinion on Yamaha guitars? I've played a few of them, and I never owned a Yamaha guitar, but I knew somebody that had one and it played really well. I think it was like one of their like lower end models, maybe like around the $150-$200 range, and it was super comfortable. It felt great, and I felt like it sounded great. So I feel like Yamaha makes a lot of really good budget friendly guitars. I also, now that I'm remembering, I think I had a friend in high school where she had about a $500 Yamaha acoustic guitar. I think it was a Yamaha, and it was really nice too. It was one of the first acoustic guitars I played, and it was really, really nice. So definitely check out what Yamaha has too, because I feel like, they're not one of like like Yamaha makes so many things. They make like dirt bikes and all kinds of stuff, but they also make guitars, and they have great stuff too. So definitely recommend checking them out. Cody found the promo code for Orangewood, so he said it currently works for 10% off at orangewood.com. So that's great. Also, did you get to go to the Taylor Swift Eras tour? How was it? We found pre-sale tickets for $200, but at the end of the day, it was sold out. Whoa. Cody and I definitely went to it's crazy. We got to go to the Eras tour, and we actually went with Ellen from Forever Faithful and her husband. Crazy that it all worked out the way that it did, because I remember when they were going on sale last year, I think it was in November, I sat all day in front of my computer just like everybody else, and we lucked out getting these tickets because the website kept glitching, and whenever I selected tickets and would go to checkout, it wouldn't even show anything. It was just a blank white page. And so I took the risk of hitting the back button, and then it took me back into the arena of tickets, and I just was clicking, and I lucked out and got us a couple of nosebleeds, and they weren't super expensive. They were actually quite affordable, and we just lucked out. So we went to the Houston show, and it was incredible. I cried several times. I cried during Lover. I'm going to cry right now talking about it. I'm getting emotional. But I've never seen her live before that, and I've been a fan since the debut album. And going to this tour just brought out, like, it was healing for my younger self, because I started listening to her when I was about 17, 18. And so it was just very healing for me to hear Fearless, and she had the sparkly guitar, and she did the hand heart, and she did the little twirl during the song, and it was just, I kicked myself for years not going to the Fearless tour or Speak Now or Red, or I just never had anybody to go with. And I could have taken myself, but I don't know, I was like nervous to go alone, to a big city by myself to go to a concert venue. And I'm really fortunate now that I married a Swiftie. So that's amazing. But yeah, it was a great concert experience. We didn't get to sit next to Ellen and her husband. They were on the other side of the arena, just because we weren't able to buy tickets all together, because it was an entire chaotic fiasco. But we got to meet up for dinner beforehand, which was really nice, and we got to take pictures and all of that. But yeah, Uh, incredible. I would love to see her again at some point. Hopefully she, will continue to tour, and I know she's, extending legs of her tour, but even after the Eras tour, hopefully, we'll see more from her touring, because there's a part of me that thinks like, is this going to be it for a while? So I'm sorry too. You mentioned that the tickets were sold out. I feel so bad too for anybody that has had a hard time getting to go, because it's just, I even looked around. I've been just like watching other people's stories about this, and it's crazy how many times people are trying to go to this concert, and it's just, you have to like, you can't even get tickets right now. You literally have to wait till the day of a show and just like be dressed up and ready to go and be in front of the venue, and you can buy the tickets on like Vivid Seats or like SeatGeek or something like that, and just hope somebody drops the price enough. That's how a lot of people are doing it now, and it's crazy because you're kind of taking a big risk when you do that, But what has made me so happy to see is the amount of people that will just hang out in the parking lots outside the venue or the arena and just like sing and dance to the songs together. And I love that. Like, what other artist like has had thousands, tens of thousands of people outside of a venue like that? Like, that's insane. Like, Taylor Swift power is insane. She's crazy. It's awesome being a Swiftie. Sometimes it's more arm length than hand size. I have short arms, but put normal adult hands. For sure. Like, I would imagine with like a full size guitar, like you got to get your arm over that. And I know for little kids that I used to teach on guitar, like sometimes they'd have a full size guitar and they would be like having a hard time like reaching over. I have a really long wingspan. So I just kind of, reach right over. But I could imagine for somebody that has a little bit of like shorter arms, that could be difficult. So that's where having a 3/4 size could definitely be very beneficial. I'm really interested in a mini carbon fiber. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I recommend the Enya. Like, it's awesome. It's super cool. What do you suggest for learning more finger picking? I feel like a lot of strumming songs are for singers only. You can definitely finger pick and sing at the same time. I will say that singing and finger picking at the same time, I remember when I first started doing that and how challenging it was, because strumming and singing is one thing. And I know for a lot of people that, great, that's fine. Couldn't find my pick. But I remember when I first got into strumming and singing, like, it wasn't the most challenging thing ever, but it took some time to get into, and I know a lot of people struggle with that, because it's like when you're just playing guitar and you're using your fretting and your strumming hand, it's kind of like you're doing the pat your head, rub your tummy thing. And if you have a hard time doing that, that you can definitely like learn to do that, but it's kind of like doing those two things at one time, because your brain is doing two different motions at one time, so you're training your brain. So when you're adding in finger picking, though, you're not just doing this pendulum motion anymore. Now you're moving every single digit on your hand that you have, and it's more intricate, it's more involved, it's more focused. So it definitely takes some time to get into. But for learning finger picking, what I did was I definitely had some friends who taught me some tips on finger picking, but also I remember looking up a video in the past many years ago, and there was like this really cool video that this lady did, and I don't remember her name or anything, but she had just like a really clear video on how to get into finger picking, and I took her advice and then I just implemented it, and it allowed me to just do some like I started to get into really, hopefully that picks up, getting into really basic finger picking, just like that, and picking the root note and then the rest of the notes in the chord, and just picking through chords, like not doing any fancy like stuff on the fretboard, just picking through simple chords. And I would just sit there and just practice that over and over, and sometimes I would just like watch TV or different things or talk to people while I was finger picking. And I feel like when you do that, it makes it really, like, there's something about concentrating on something else going on while you're practicing guitar that can kind of help you pick it up a little quicker. That's something I kind of do a lot. Is Cody and I will be having a conversation and I'm practicing something on guitar or he's practicing something on guitar, and I don't know why, but it just kind of helps make it click. I don't know the science behind it, but it works because you just sit there and you're just repetitively trying to, if I need to stop and correct myself or something, I will. But find a good resource to learn from, and just start with the basics. You know, don't, you know, do anything like super complicated yet, like, because there's finger style, which is a whole different thing. But yeah, just get started with just trying to move your fingers around. And a lot of finger picking is like picking like a root note and a chord and then picking the rest of the strings. You can even start with like just plucking, where you just take 2 strings and you just kind of do that. And that's actually where I started. I started very basic. Oops. I feel like my bracelets are slapping the guitar. But yeah, I just started very, very small, and you just like work your way up. And then you can start to get into things where you get more intricate and you can move your hand around, your fretting hand around the fretboard while you're picking, and, you know, do really cool embellishments. You can add in like hammer-ons and pull-offs and cool stuff like that. My biceps are about 3 inches shorter than yours. Should we, are we taking like measuring things here? Oh man, that's funny. It cracked me up. One factor is the size of the frets and the action. Tall frets and tall action make it more difficult for bar chords. I was reading what Frederick was saying about bar chords. Definitely. Yeah, definitely, like, those things play a huge, huge factor in like your, you know, ability to like, press down against the tension, and so that can make a massive difference. So definitely making sure you lower your action and finding a guitar that is comfortable is key for bar chords. Of course, you can get past those things. You know, you definitely can. But when you're first starting out, you know, bar chords really fatigue your fretting hand. And I remember my entire hand and even my wrist and the side of my index finger just being so fatigued, because you have to build an entire new callus here now, because you have your calluses that are on the tips of your finger, but then you also have the new callus that is here. And they just take more strength, and then your wrist is positioned differently as well. And it's just an entirely different beast. For sure. So I'm probably going to end this stream within the next couple of minutes. I went way longer than I said that I was going to, but I've just been having so much fun talking to you guys on here, and it's been amazing. I would love to do this again sometime soon, for sure. Now that we have it figured out how to go live doing this setup, because mobile is so much easier. I usually go live on my phone, but I wanted to use the setup that we have and make it a little bit higher quality. But now that we have it all figured out, should be good. So one more time, just in case, for anybody who missed, I need a sip of this. I'm really thirsty. I put a promo code for Barre Chord Breakthrough in the chat. I'm gonna put it one more time. It gives you $15 off, which brings it down to the pre-sale price, which is the lowest price it will ever be. So I'm gonna put it one more time in here. It is BCBYT15. And I'm gonna put it for $15 off. Barre Chord Breakthrough. Nice. I haven't actually been keeping track of the promo codes, so I don't know if they're still going or not. But once those 5 are used, they're done. They are expired. So I just want to put that one more time, just in case. But I am going to go ahead and wrap this up soon. So if there's any other questions, feel free to let me know. I'll probably have this playback live playback on my YouTube channel as well. So for anybody who just jumped in and missed it, you'll be able to watch the entire thing if you want to. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm going to have a lot more content, a lot more new content coming your way, a lot of song tutorials and Don't Fret Friday videos, and so many exciting ideas. Cody and I have also been talking about collaborating more. So we want to figure out some ways that we can do some more videos together, because it's been so long since we've done collabs together. Sometimes we're featured in each other's videos as like a little cameo, but we haven't done like a full-on like collab in a long time. So I think we're due for that. So we've been talking about ideas and things that are not complicated to do, because sometimes sitting down to teach a lesson together is a little involved, because it's like we're trying to fit both of us with 2 guitars in the shot, and that's already complicated on its own, and we want to make sure you can like see what we're doing. So I don't know if there'll be like song tutorials, but maybe some kind of other teaching video or some kind of other fun video. So if you have some ideas of what you would like to see from Cody and I together, feel free to let us know as well, because we're trying to figure out what to do right now. So we both have like our own projects we're each working on and stuff, but now that like I've got my course out and he's working on something exciting right now, we're starting to get to a place where collaborations can just be a thing again. So that's really exciting. So yeah. Yes, I just want to finger pick some simple chords to add something to songs and not just strum the whole thing. Totally feel you. It definitely adds, like finger picking just adds some kind of like, I feel like it adds some kind of like cool, intimate feel to songs. It's just very pretty, picking through chords, and there's just so much more you can do when you add that. And it's really cool too when you can play a song and you can do both. You can alternate between strumming and picking. And once you get into that and knowing how to hold your pick, you don't have to use a pick. I always strum with a pick. I'm not really like I don't really use my fingertips to strum very much. Sometimes I do. But if you are a pick user like me, it's really cool when you get that trick where you can like hold your pick while you're finger picking. And once you get that down, it's like so cool. Yeah. But I think that's going to be it for the stream today, guys. It's getting really hot sitting here. I feel like I'm starting to sweat because the heat is just like coming in here. And then I also have like a light off camera as well. So it's getting a little warm. It's like 90 something degrees out. It's 91 today. It's insane. You step outside and you just start sweating. So I think Cody also wants to use this space to film a video today too. So I want to make sure he has enough daylight to film his video. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me today, and just sharing the excitement and sharing your guitar questions and what you're working on right now and wanting to learn. It's seriously been wonderful sitting here with you today, and I appreciate hanging out with you. I wish I could like actually see you guys. It'd be even better. It'd be so cool. But it's still really fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna like read a couple more things and we'll close it out. Thank you so much. Your videos have always helped me. I think you and this other guitar person named Nina Shelby on YouTube. These videos are always so awesome. Nina Shelby has some great videos too. If you're a Swiftie, definitely check out her videos as well, because she does even stuff like outside of song tutorials. Like she'll do like actual like just general like Taylor Swift content, and she's amazing. Like Queen Swiftie over there. Like really love what she's doing. She's seriously amazing. So like I feel like we have like an amazing group of guitar Swifties on YouTube. It's so cool. She has some really, she's been to several Eras tour shows too. Like girl, like somehow like got it together, and like she and her friends like all went to these shows, and it was so like it's so cool to see. And I think she did like a 2-part series on her channel, on like her Eras tour vlogs. I'll have to check those out. But I've been like keeping up with her stories on Instagram and everything, and her posts, and it's just so cool. She's like different outfits for all the different eras, and it's so cool. Like she got really into it with her friends, and it's like so cool to see that. It's just awesome. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Like I said, thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you all very soon. The link to Barre Chord Breakthrough is down below in the description box. And also, if you haven't yet, make sure to sign up to my newsletter, Don't Fret Friday, on my website, because I share an email every single Friday, and I'll share like a recap of content that I've posted or things in just the guitar world that I find interesting. And yeah, just a cool way to stay in the loop with things. So if you'd like to, feel free to sign up to the newsletter. It's super fun, really cool community. And yeah, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day/night wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.